Hey folks, I am recording this video in part because I'm not sure how else to explain it to WoW players who've never played Guild Wars 2. I am on my Norn Ranger and I am in the capital city of Divinity's Reach for humans, and I am going to show off what it looks like to use the SkyScale. I don't have a Griffin. I've not gone through the process of getting a Griffin, and realistically, the WoW Dragon Riding mount is a cross between the two. So the SkyScale will feel a bit slow to you, but I can at least talk a little bit about the interactivity. Someone made a comment to a comment, that basically the 3-second summoning time for mounts seemed normal to them, and coming from somebody who's played a lot of Guild Wars 2 recently, like that seems like an eternity. So I am running forward and I am tapping my mount key and I am mounted. And there's a little blue bar that indicates the stamina of the mount, and I'm diving, so I'm filling it back up, and then I can raise up again. And then if I stop over here on a roof, it rapidly regenerates. I can also perch to a side of a wall and kick off the wall. So movement just feels more fluid with a SkyScale than it does with the Dragon Riding mount. And also, like, I can hover. I can be a helicopter, which was really nice. But for the purpose of questing, it is just so easy to move around the world on a SkyScale. So that is the Guild Wars 2 piece. So now I'm going to cut over to World of Warcraft and talk about that. Okay, now we're over here in World of Warcraft, and I am on my human warrior. And just for reference, I have most of the dragon riding talents out there. But say I'm zipping along and I'm doing some questing over here and I want to zip over somewhere else. I have to stop what I'm doing and cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm on a stamina based system. And again, like, I can regenerate stamina pretty good, but like if I need to stop for a second and do something, it ticks up super slowly, so I'm on the ground much longer if I've run out of these little pips of stamina. But I give it credit though that, like, it's a much faster system by default, and so long as I am hovering above the ground when I'm flying, I'm regenerating stamina. So I can make this work. It just doesn't feel as fluid of a system. And also, like, when I dismount, I have to actually desummon the mount. There's no dismount key that I can hit, and then if I need to get back up on it, it's the full summon time again. So these may not be big deals to most players, but to someone coming from Guild Wars 2 that just has this very fluid mount system where you can easily just pop on your mount while you're running, get into flight, get where you're going, and also rapidly dismount when you're there. It just, I don't know, like, I give World of Warcraft a lot of credit for what they've done with this system. Is it's very good, and I think it's arguably better than base flight. And I can, now that I've got a fully spec'd out character, I can regenerate these stamina pips pretty quickly just by diving or hovering or like flying across the ground. So I get the praise for this system too. it just is really jarring coming from the SkyScale that I'm used to, and that system, I don't know, just feeling a bit more fluid. Now, like I said, I give this system credit. Like, now that I've fully gotten all the pips for dragon flying, I'm able to stay in the air most of the time. So, I mean, it's doing what it needs to do. It just, out of the box, it feels less fluid than the SkyScale does. So, and again, like I said, I think in yesterday's blog, it's all a matter of preference because, you know, everything's a matter of preference. I thought maybe I could fly through that. Now I gotta build back up my momentum. But yeah, like this is fine, but I feel like it's not as revolutionary having come from what I think is a better mount system than a lot of the WoW players are going to feel. And that's fine. Like you're getting to now experience what Guild Wars 2 players have had. So anyway, that's all I wanted to do, is I wanted to show what I mean by fluidity of movement when it comes to the SkyScale versus dragon riding. And again, the fact that I have so much range is awesome, and that's something that's more akin to a Griffin in Guild Wars 2, but I don't have my Griffin mount. It's the mount that you can zip all the way across the zone on. And you can, I think you can even, I don't know, I think you can even change midair now with some of the mastery points to where you can shift between a SkyScale and a Griffin. But anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, everybody.